Okay, I think we're going to try to go live just for fun and boring if you're interested in watching somebody work on their plane. I made a little progress. I put in the receiver or the VTX in the wing. Let's see, which view is the best view? So I put it in the wing. This is a what is it, an 80 TX. It's just a cheapie. Everything I make is pretty cheap. This is what we've got here. It's a, here, let's do it right side up, shall we? It's a TX 805S. It goes up to, I think, 1,000 milliwatts, 1 watt. 1 watt. And, let's see here. There's a close-up of the underneath. I made this 3D printed little thing real quick today. It didn't turn out exactly the way I wanted, but I think it actually turned out maybe even a little bit better than I thought it might. I was going to make it even more complicated, and it turned out pretty good. It's easy to put in. You just kind of trace around it. And then I had to line it up because I wanted it to be facing pretty much the way that the wing is facing. Anyway, so that's a SMA, and that is the underside of the VTX, and the heat sink poking through. So we've got all this wired up here, and basically there's one more thing to put in the wing, and that is I have too much crap on this desk. There's too much crap. This is the rest of the plane stuff. There's 2 boxes of plane pieces for this plane, that most of which don't actually go in the plane. They're just packaging. Here's this piece goes on here, but that's not ready for that yet. We'll talk about that later. Oh, and I'm thinking of putting this as the FPV gimbal, which is the pan tilt from Matt Ogborn. This is the piece that I finished printing on the last live stream, or at least started printing. I can't remember. So I have this basic, more or less, set up. I'm still waiting for the 180-degree pan servo from Hobby King. They shipped really fast, I thought. I mean, they shipped it out very fast, but it must be on the slow boat. It's from the U.S. warehouse, so you know, I don't know why it's taking so long. But okay, Hobby King, get your act together. I ordered stuff from Race Day Quads the same day, and I've had that stuff for a week already. And there's been a holiday, New Year's. Okay, so this is a Runcam Eagle 2 Pro. If you see that or not. I gotta get better lighting here. Let's turn on the lamp. Let's see, lamp. There we go. That lights it up a little bit. That's the Runcam Eagle 2 Pro, full size. And I'm thinking of when the canopy, when the big pod, I mean, there's so much room on this thing. It's huge, right? So I'm thinking of putting it up here in the middle. The problem is that I'm thinking of putting the flight controller right there. So it can't go here because this goes on here. So the wings go down, and those tabs would be glued down. And then this thing goes down on there. And this is the 3D printed piece I designed. I couldn't find one that I liked on Thingiverse. I found one that matched the size, but the tabs were off. And actually that had some weird thing on the bottom that you'd have to cut off. So fuck that. So, okay, so this is how it fits in. So this thing, oh, and then there's this piece here. So the canopy's going to kind of go down on the sides. Oh, shouldn't do that because it's going to hit that. Never mind. Forget about the wings. The canopy's going to go down on the sides along here. So this is going to be a downward facing thing, so it can't really go there. So it either has to go on the side like this, and I think it might do that. I might put it on the side like off center just a little bit like that. Flight controller will go there, I'm thinking. And let's get the flight controller out. So the flight controller is going to be a Matek F411 WSE. This is still as yet unopened, but that's going to go there. And I may cut this out. I don't know. I may just get rid of this whole front part of this thing. This is the flight test. You know, I don't always stick with the way flight test. No, I never stick with the way flight test designs their planes. I use their design because it's awesome, I think, and I can't design my own plane very well at this point in my career. So anyway, all these wires are going to come in, and so we're at close to the next step, which is I've got to decide where I'm going to put the GPS. Oh, this is an airspeed sensor, which I don't know if I'm going to use or not. This is the GPS, which I'm going to put somewhere, like probably like I did on the other one, just right here in the wing. So we're going to do that actually pretty soon here, any minute. We'll put that in there, and then we'll have everything ready to wire into the flight controller. So we can open that up. We have our ESC here. So the ESC is going to go in there. And these guys are we're going to be cutting these connectors off and direct soldering this. So this is going to go through here, like so. And these will go out there like so. That's how that works. Actually, the motor wires are going to go into there. I don't have the motor open yet, but we have the motor, of course. And we have this little light ring made up, and I also made a piece to hold that onto the motor spacer. So there's going to be a little 10 millimeter spacer. Oh, that's the other thing. If anyone's watching, feel free to comment right now and say hi, because I'm not at the keyboard, so I can't really comment from where I'm standing. But if I'm going to turn this camera. Hi. I'm making a fool of myself. I wonder who's watching. No one. Okay, never mind. I'm still new at this, so forgive me. Anyway, what I'm trying to do here is get to the point where I get the flight controller ready. So I'm basically working my way in to the flight controller, and I'm most concerned, before I even this glue gun is still on, but I'm probably going to turn it off. I'm most concerned about this wiring here between these lights, because I use some shitty wire. This wire's good. This wire's good. This wire's good, but the wire between the lights in here on both sides right there is shit. So I think they're all connected, and if they are, I'm gonna like glob a little glue on each one. Hopefully, they're taped down right now, but hopefully they won't go anywhere. Okay. So, what are we going to do? Don't get distracted, just work, because I'm done explaining myself. So now I'm just going to start working on this stuff. First thing we want to do is put the GPS in. So we're going to use this GPS from Ready Made RC. Thank you, Ready Made RC. I mean, thank you. I bought it, my own money, of course. So the way I usually do this is put this in. Of course, this is the antenna. This side up, it even has a little sticker there for us. I kind of feel like I should take that off because I feel like it's going to stick in the window. I'm taking that off. Thank you. Okay. So we're going to put this with the connector side. So we have this. And we have, I think, you know what? I'm going to say, I think there is a difference between the ones you get from Ready Made RC and the ones you get from Race Day Quads. And here's what I may be wrong. I'm going to order the next one from Race Day Quads. We'll find out, okay? But let's take a look at this wire. This is shitty wire. This is shitty plastic wire. And the one on my FT Arrow, I feel like that was good wire. So here's what I can do instead of this. This is just, ugh, it's gross. Okay, well anyway, let's plug it in. Make sure it plugs in. Okay, I think we'll put it right here. So here we're just going to hold it, because that's facing forward, right? It's going to hold it like that. And then we're going to bring it over here. It always sucks to do this on a wing that doesn't have anything supporting it underneath. Yeah. Okay. There we go. We're just going to do this lightly. And then let's put these under here. There we go. And change glasses, because I can't see what I'm doing. Okay. So now we're just going to trace around this. I don't need this plugged in there. You know what? My blade's not very sharp right now, which is making my job harder. could cut through the whole thing and just cover it with a piece of tape. But what I'm trying to do is leave it hidden under there. And let's do this. And let's do it with this. Okay, and we want to cut out a little. Yes. Okay. Just cut out a little tiny bit right there. So I think I was saying that I think the wire quality that comes with the Race Day Quads Mini GPS, which is the same price and I think is the same GPS. I think these are the same ones as the ones that are sold at Banggood. Excuse my constant blowing. I'm sorry about that, but it's the only way to get this crap out of here. Okay, so let's see how this fits in with this. We may just end up using this. So what do we have here? We have ground, TX is white, RX is green, and 5 volts. So let's write that down on our pad of paper. I don't even know if I've started a pad of paper, a sheet for this yet. In my highly unorganized state here, thanks for watching, by the way, one person out there. If you're a real person and not the one obligatory YouTube, I don't know why, it always says one person as soon as I start the stream, so I don't think really somebody's watching, which is all fine and good by me. This can be used just to watch later. This is a watch later kind of thing. Then fast forward through the crap you don't want. Basically, we're doing the GPS. So we're talking about the, I'm basically going to, let's see if I should see what I'm going to change this scene here to something. No, not that one. I don't have those set up apparently. Okay. I thought I did this differently. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, hi. I'm just going to write down on here some information about the build, and I try to do that for every build that I have. The wiring, the equipment, all that kind of stuff, the weight, and should write a little database for it, but have not done that as of yet. But anyway, we've got the GPS. Let me just write that here. And we're going to have the ground is black, and then TX is white, and then RX is green, and then 5 volts is red, obviously. Okay. So the TX white will go to the RX on the GPS. And the other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to twist these up. Like this. Should I switch back? Sure. Okay, so this is what I'm doing here. I think this makes for, you can see I like twisty wires. I like them to be twisted up if at all possible. And that seems to keep the signals from getting crazy. Because these are very noisy environments that we're creating here. Our little RC world. And so I don't know what the electrical reasons are for this, but when you're doing it in a like shielded twisted pair kind of thing, that seems to, they do it a specific way. The twists are very specific for network shielded twisted pair cable. But okay, so we're gonna just stick this in here, and I think we need to cut out a little bit more space for the connector. I gotta change my blade. Change the blade. It is dull. It cut this whole plane so far, this blade. Pretty good. So we're gonna just, not really that much, just a little bit of glue like that, and maybe a little tiny glob on the other side. That's all we need. And I'm gonna tilt it up this way so that glob goes that way a little bit. That's all I'm going to put on there. Okay, so now we can get rid of all this junk underneath here. I have another leftover cable. Like I said, I think that, I hope I'm wrong, because I like ready-made RC and I want them to succeed, but I think that the GPS that comes with the Race Day Quads one, who I also like, and I want them to succeed. I think the Race Day Quads GPS comes with silicone wires. I could be wrong. I could be wrong, folks. I'm going to put that up there in my camera. extra wire stuff because it's kind of like a camera. So I basically almost have everything wired from the outside in. I have the lights. I have the does it zoom out anymore? We're zoomed out all the way. If we go up. Woo! Okay, I have the lights. I have the receiver on this end, down here. Receiver's in the wing down there. Oh, I should show that. There it is. It's an R9 Mini. And then in this end is the VTX down there. The lights at each end. So here's what we're going to do next. You can see the GPS in the wing there. And our glue is dried. It's not going anywhere. Actually, should do one more thing. One more thing here. And here, we'll zoom in a little. We're gonna glue that just a little bit right there. So let's put it flat. I should have waited till I made sure all this works. So we're just gonna hold it here for a second. More than a second. Should have made sure that was in all the way. There, I messed it up a little bit, but that doesn't matter. Only the crew members inside the plane will see that. Right? Okay. I know no one's watching, so I don't have to worry about what I do, except I gotta remember this is being recorded. So I can't be too stupid. At least if it's being recorded, I can make it private if I don't like it. I should watch those other streams. I haven't even watched them. Okay. Okay, so now I definitely have everything but the servos in. And we could even put those in if we wanted, but I kind of want to wait till it's glued down to put the servos in. So I think what we should do next is deal with the flight controller. And I think the way to deal with the flight controller is to, at the very first thing, is to just plug it into the computer. So we'll plug it out. I know the very first thing I want to do is set this wing aside. And grab, I have to make hooks for that other plane. This is my Arrow wing. This is my favorite plane right now, probably, that I have. My friend Andy's AR wing is my favorite plane, but this is my favorite plane that I have built. And I will someday build an AR wing, I promise you. Maybe if you guys want, you one viewer that doesn't exist wants, I will put it on a live stream. Maybe I'll have viewers by then, who knows. Okay, anyway, we're not talking about this plane. We're just talking about plugging it into the computer. So, I'm just going to plug this in here. Put my glue gun a little further away so I don't burn myself. Plug that in there. If you hear Joshua coming in the mic, he's playing on a video over here. All right. Excuse me. So now let's switch to that view for a second. And then, where is the USB cable? There it is. Okay. And then we have desktop center. There, let's do that one. And change screens, and then let's plug in our arrow wing to the computer. Let's hook the wing up to the professor, as they would say in Star Wars. Okay, and did we get a connect? This is flaky sometimes. Sometimes it's better if I have a battery plugged in. Sometimes it's better if I quit. iNav configurator. Sometimes it only works after I reboot. Huh. Well, I'd have to end the stream to do that. New configurator. Okay, I'm not going to do that right now. Oh, come on. Okay, let's unplug it. Oh, let's look at the COM ports now. Something's gone wrong. Oh. It's not going to connect. Great, we're not going to be able to do this. Fucking Windows. How they stay in business, I don't know. Connecting, okay. It's not connecting, of course, because there's nothing on COM1 and I don't even have it plugged in. I just want to wait till it fails. This is often the case. You have. Can you imagine if Microsoft made the flight control software for jets? I mean, thanks Boeing for forever ruining everything for that in that regard. Okay. Come on. No. It's totally hosed. Okay, let me just do that and see if it's on here somewhere, still running. God, that just sucks. I have to say one thing. Everybody praises the Matek boards, and I really like them. This is true. But this USB flakiness, I cannot be the only person in the world who's experiencing this. Yet nobody talks about it. So I'm wondering, what the hell? Am I the only one? I mean, I'm an IT guy. This is a pretty good, snappy computer. It's nothing special. It's not a gaming machine or anything. But it's just running Windows 10. And no, I don't want a new version. I see, I can't. It won't work. Oh, you can't see that. I'm pressing the connect button. There. Yeah, it's fucked. It's totally fucked. And there's no way I can get it back without rebooting. The only other thing I can try, which I'll try right now, is plugging in the battery to the flight control, to the craft. Plug in my bench battery here. Okay. Now we will plug it into the USB. And I found with the Matek F411 wing, that one was super flaky also. Yeah, it's still not going to work. Okay, so now the next thing to do is with the battery connected. Okay. Task Manager. What is it? Windows R. Taskman. Taskman.exe. Dummy. Ah! What is the damn Task Manager? Okay, screw you. Okay, Task Manager. What is the proper? I wanted to see Task MGR, not Taskman. Fine. Okay. I want to see what it starts when I run this. Background process? No, iNav configurator. No, oh, wrong one. Shit. Okay. It does disappear. What I'm looking at is this Task Manager here. It starts in there. Okay, now as soon as I say close. Okay, iNav configurator. Now I have 5, 6. Oh, just end one of them and it's gone. Okay, great. It is really flaky. Yeah, it's just not going to work. Just not going to work. I don't know. Okay, I should have saved it before. Okay. Well, my plan was to do this tonight, so I'm going to have to end this stream and reboot this motherfucking computer. Because this is the world in which we live in, where these giant fucking corporations... I'm going to go on a rant. I'm going to go on a rant for a second, because they suck. They do suck. The giant corporations suck, and I'm going to stick to my opinion. Let's take the Hero, the GoPro Hero. Let's take the GoPro Hero 8. Why do they take away the removable screen? What a bunch of fuckwits they are. Fuck them. Fuck GoPro for doing that. And I had an iMac in the shop today, and if I could have just opened it up and gotten to the hard drive, the SSD. But you know what? Fuck Apple too. Fuck them. They suck. They're a giant corporation. Everybody loves their shiny little products, but they suck. Microsoft sucks. Apple sucks. We have the shittiest post-late capitalist system where we're just fucking slaves to fucking corporations. And now I've got to fucking end the goddamn stream and reboot the goddamn computer because fucking corporations suck. So that's all I've got to say. I'm going to end the stream. See, I'm going to go here with my... I'm sorry, I'm going to start the stream over after I reboot, if anybody's actually watching. Oh, plan B. Thank you. You're here. You are here. Well, I'm going to start another stream in a few minutes, so I'm sorry for my stupid rant, but that's what I have to say. Fuck these giant corporations. They're faceless giant things, and they control they can do whatever they want. And we're just small little humans, just living beings. We have no rights. I'm sorry I have to have that rant. But so I'm going to reboot. Over and out.